to you.
Almost like Boston guard.
Said the Massachusetts guy. Glad to have you along. Gafford jumping for Arkansas. Ndoye for Cal State Bakersfield. Opening tip goes to the Roadrunners. Brett Rapp runs the point for Bakersfield.
And he is a straight facilitator. You'll see him not really look for his shot much as he just puts it up there. And that's why it's a little short, but he can distribute.
Extra pass into the corner. The freshman Jarkel Joyner short with a three. And now Arkansas gets it into transition. Gafford spin move on the baseline, left it short, and gets his own rebound. You were talking about that just a moment ago.
That is an option that they weren't sure when they were going to be able to get it to him on the post and go to work. He's still got some work to do in his offensive game, but you see how confident they are throwing it to him in the block early on.
Both teams miss a couple of shots on the offensive end in their first possessions. This will foul on the Razorbacks. Dustin Thomas picks up his first. Mike Anderson, head coach here at Arkansas, 7th season, 137 wins, 8 trips to the NCAA tournament across 3 different schools. You'll hear from Mike Anderson as we move through the game tonight. He's wired.
See the Hogs look like now in their matchup coming out of that base under the basket out of bounds.
Briggs wide open for a 3. High arcing shot. Bakersfield takes the early lead. Lob in transition. 27th dunk of the year for Daniel Gafford.
That's what he gives you. That is the biggest guy on the floor, beating everybody down the floor, getting ahead of the defense. And by the way, they don't just run on misses, Arkansas, turnovers. They can run on made shots as well.
Thomas pulls down the rebound for the Razorbacks. Long pass from Macon ahead to Gafford, and then he turned it over.
Talking to a few of the Arkansas coaches before, Gafford can be sometimes too unselfish. And for him to be, this is him getting out in front of the defense, and all you gotta do is throw it somewhere in the arena. He's gonna come down with a dunk.
Pretty good wingspan to be able to go up and get it.
Sideline to sideline.
Ball's tied up. Arkansas gets it on the alternate possession. Dustin Thomas, you saw there, senior on this team from Texarkana, started the last 5 games for the Razorbacks. Missed the first 3 of the year, suspended right out of the gate. It's come in and it's kind of picked up his play.
He's a guy that is going to be able to do a lot for this team. He can score it some, he can defensive rebound. He's really good around the rim. He's just got a knack for the ball.
Daryl Macon pulls up for 3.
Cal State Bakersfield, obviously we know well coached. Defensively as well and offensively. Arkansas has got to make sure not to take the quick first shot. Really work your offense as much as you can to gain an advantage, because Cal State has got active hands, tough, physical type players who aren't going to give an easy ball reversal. They'll press you. They've got all kinds of defense. They've got maybe more defensive plays than offensive plays.
Kalu Ndoye picks up the foul for Bakersfield. He goes to the bench. Damian Durham in the game. A back tap and all loose. Arkansas able to keep the possession alive. If you're keeping score at home, that's 2 dunks for Mr. Gafford.
But again, you see that the young fella's got great hands to catch in traffic. He didn't hesitate, my friend Richard. Just goes right up. He's going to dunk on somebody, so you better look out. That should have been a trap.
Briggs kicks it off. Jarkel Joyner, mid-range jumper, shot it too hard. And an offensive foul.
The luxury that having a shot blocker like Gafford gives you. And first of all here, Dustin Thomas again gets a loose ball. Daryl Macon, not just a shooter, but you got to respect it. Gets ahead of the defense. Nice soft pass to the big fella who can catch it right there and go straight up with it. Doesn't fool around. just goes and just dunks it. I mean, this man gets so high, normally people will lay it up. This man lays it down, okay? You'll see a lot more of that.
Is that the game that you played or a little bit different?
I was looking up. And that rim cam, we'll see it later in the day, I'm sure. Neither of us have seen much of the top of the rim as we will with the rim cam.
Cleaning up a little blood there on the arm of Daniel Gafford. Reigning SEC Freshman of the Week, he is going to go to the bench, and the Razorbacks will bring Trey Thompson in for the first time tonight.
Trey Thompson, high basketball IQ. He's smart enough. Get him the ball, top of the key, free throw line area. He knows how to pass. He knows how to make the right decision.
Daryl Macon gets into the lane, dumps it off. Thompson, a reverse for the big man.
Not quite the finish Daniel Gafford's going to give you, but it's worth 2.
Just the same. Trey Thompson playing in his 91st career game as a Razorback. Foul on Trey Thompson inside.
Another nice pass by Macon, who is such a good scorer. You've got to respect it. Defense has to collapse on him. Any great passer is also a threat to score.
Defeated inside to Montaz Ali. Bakersfield turns it over. Anton Beard tries a triple. Hogs will keep it on the offensive end. Fresh 30-second shot clock. Razorbacks leading by 3, 6-3. A little bit of a slow start in this game.
Cal State Bakersfield will do that, and certainly Arkansas is known for that tempo, so you want to slow them down as much as you can.
There's another assist for Daryl Macon in the last 3 and now into this game. 25 assists to just 3 turnovers. And a steal. There for the follow.
He's just so good, just collecting all the garbage underneath the rim and sticking them back. Dustin Thomas, great hands, strong finisher. Not over the rim, but he's just going to be around that rim.
Hog fans come to their feet as Cal State Bakersfield takes a timeout. We'll take it as well. The preseason poll, part of a big slate of games to start things off when league play begins for most everybody this weekend.
You have a strong one, sir, this weekend as well.
Yeah, going to be in Tuscaloosa on Saturday night for Texas A&M and Alabama. Aggies at number 5 in the newest AP poll. Trap in the corner. There's going to be a foul on Arkansas.
Gafford's got some Robert Williams in him, too, going back to A&M.
That lottery pick.
You see the active hands by the Hogs, too. Coach Anderson keeps statistics of deflections. Ball deflections is a stat that they keep as well as charges taken.
3 on the way, and a good look that time for Damian Durham. Preseason first team all-WAC selection.
Second made 3 off of a miscommunication, wide open shooter.
Snaps a 3-minute scoring drought for Bakersfield. Inside, Dustin Thomas.
Crafty in the basket, underneath the basket, but you got to give Daryl Macon that assist, right? Just one dribble doesn't negate an assist, I hope.
4 assists already in the game for Daryl Macon.
There you go. Our stat man is the best.
4 assists on 6 made baskets so far for the Razorbacks. Jarkel Joyner, looking jump shot, left it off the mark. Thomas saw a lane, took it all the way inside, and he gets the friendly roll.
You are seeing from Dustin Thomas what you hope to see, a guy that is a glue man. He can get you defensive rebounds. He can pass. He can handle the ball a little bit and finishes in the lane.
Dustin Thomas averaging 5 a game. He's got 6 tonight.
He logged a lot of minutes last year, too. Played some big games, and now you can see him improving on that. He's had a little slow start to the season.
Briggs going to try a long 2. That was touched last by Trey Thompson, so Bakersfield keeps it on the offensive end.
A little hesitation with the left hand and then switches over to the right. Just enough English. to keep it high off the rim and spin it back down.
Ricky Holden goes to the bench. Brett Rapp back in. Arkansas goes to the bench as well. Freshman Darius Hall into the game for the Razorbacks. Also, C.J. Jones comes in for the first time.
We saw in the last two under the basket, out of bounds, Bakersfield has been able to find an open three because of miscommunication defensively.
Durham runs this one down in the backcourt. Arkansas also has Adriel Bailey into the game, first time tonight. Durham tries another three. This one's off. Offensive rebound. Joyner puts it back up and in.
Coach A with 4 substitutions. Slow start on the defensive end.
Foul on the rebound. Bailey called for a push in the back.
That's the challenge of a second unit. You want to come in, you don't want to just maintain, you don't want to drop, you want to improve the level of play on both ends. Back-to-back possessions now, defensive possession poor, and then on the offense too.
That's how you get more minutes if you're in that second group also, right?
That's right. I don't know about that one. Another open.
Long three that time for Justin Davis. And another foul on Arkansas, so this will stay on the end for the Roadrunners. Darius Hall picks up a foul.
Coach A talks about in this in the final game for non-conference, shoring up that second unit to make sure they come in with what they need to maintain that level of play.
Bakersfield, California, in the Valley, about 90 miles from Fresno. They currently are in the WAC. Durham comes up with a steal there. He's going to try a long three. Rebound pulled down by Bailey. Bakersfield's going to make the move from the WAC to the Big West in 2020. And how about this? From a travel standpoint, they go from averaging, this is if you take Hawaii out of the equation, because that kind of throws all the numbers off. They go from averaging 2,400 miles per trip to averaging 300 miles per trip. Darius Hall with a bucket, his first points, and Arkansas leads it by 8.
That is logging a lot of miles. I guess they don't benefit from the frequent flyer program. As if so.
Wait, can you do that as a student athlete?
I don't know. They should.
Arkel Joyner.
One key to the game for Arkansas was wear down Rapp, just because he is so key in facilitating. You saw him right there. Speed him up a little bit, get him out of control. Darius Hall loved the energy on this kid. There's Trey Thompson again, just a smart player. Getting it back to Hall, great balance. Pump fake, one dribble. Mid-range game, pull up. Kid's a young, exciting player, Hall, Little Rock kid.
Harford gets all the way inside, kisses it off the window.
Too big, too strong. He's like too big and too strong. When he decides to go downhill on somebody, there's not many in the country that's going to stop him.
Briggs, he goes strong to the glass, got the roll and a chance for a three-point play.
That is a big-time move against a big-time athlete in Bailey.
Razorbacks with the lead. Game for Bakersfield inside. Cal State Bakersfield, not a team that scores a ton. They're only averaging 66 points a game. And if you followed the career of Rod Barnes, they generally focus on the defensive end. But I don't know. You saw Gafford there a second ago. If there's an easy answer for him.
It's tough because he is just, I'm not sure if you haven't played against him before or against that length that you really understand how to defend against that. And he is just so good because we saw him get out in front of the defense. We saw him be willing to post up on that block. Although I'd like to see him post up with a foot in the paint. But he can give it to you any which way.
Briggs missed the free throw. So he doesn't finish off the three-point play. Trying to feed it inside to Gafford. Third turnover of the game by the Razorbacks. Holden, a wide open three, and he rattles it home. Ricky Holden, a junior from Laurel, Mississippi, Jones County Junior College, and then he makes the trip all the way across the country to Bakersfield.
Hope he flew.
That three for Darius Hall.
Darius Hall is a guy that I can see, even as a freshman, is going to be able to put in some very important minutes going down the stretch of the season when you start to grind on you in SEC play.
Another quick bucket for Holden. That makes it a 6-point game. And Darius Hall, sometimes for a freshman, it takes a little while to get going. Last game before the Christmas break, Hall had 11 points, 3 assists, couple of steals against Oral Roberts. He's already got 5 tonight.
And he'll be key because of you need fresh legs. When you get into February in that grind, it's so important to be able to depend on guys coming in off the bench.
Foul inside. That'll go against Darius Hall as Falu Ndoye had him posted up down low.
Got a chance to see Gafford defend out on the perimeter, and Hall big enough. That right there is a freshman learning how to at least hold off a bigger player, and he's going to get there. I've seen games earlier in the year where he came in, didn't even have to score a bucket, but he just brought that defensive intensity, especially when Coach Anderson decides to press. He can change a game because of his length, anticipation, and athleticism.
First free throw for Ndoye is in. Shoots only 52% from the line. 10:21 remaining in this first half, and already Cal State Bakersfield in the bonus.
Well, that's always part of when you have an aggressive team and Coach Anderson wants to get out and press and trap. It's always a fine line between putting you guys in position to not foul and give up high percentage shots like that. Although 52% you said from the free throw line?
That didn't look like a 52% stroke though,
right.
did it?
He was supposed to miss one of them. Come on.
There's a foul on Briggs. That is his second. That's one that probably drives you crazy as a coach.
Oh, there's no question. He can't score 92 feet from the basket. And the stat to also keep an eye on is winning the turnover battle, because Cal State Bakersfield is going to take advantage of your turnovers. Arkansas does the same thing on that end. So both teams sort of feed off of the other team's turnovers. Who can take care of the ball might determine.
So far tonight for Bakersfield, 3 points off of 3 Arkansas turnovers. Razorbacks 8 off of 5 giveaways from the Roadrunners. Gafford. Forced it a little that time. Kick out though off the offensive rebound. Jones missed a shot. Gafford trying to pull down the offensive rebound. There's a foul that's called in there. Foul goes against Brent Rapp.
And C.J. Jones has been one of those guys that has been a pleasant surprise. You knew he had the talent and the ability, shooting 45% for the season from the three-point line now, with 25 makes, and that's exactly what they need coming off the bench, giving them that boost from the three-point line.
Jones goes back to the bench. Orlando Cook comes in for the Razorbacks. Barford. What a good look for Jalen Barford.
I love it. Do you see his strength there? He didn't really have to push up much. Just a little nudge in that step-back three, which he's improved on big time this year. Another guy shooting over 40% from the three-point line.
See Arkansas in the top 15 of the country in three-point shooting. 41.5% from the field. Off-balance shot.
Oh, man, we need to get that defensive possession by the Hogs on tape, because Daniel Gafford did it all.
To play first half. Arkansas leads by 7. Shot clock at 5. Macon saw it, gets into the lane, and banks it home.
Nice having a guy that creates at the end of the shot clock. Sure, show you patience. Move the ball, make the defense work. But at the end of the shot clock, get it to Darrell's hands, and he is making something happen with it.
I see what you did there.
I'm all out of material. I'm all out of material. Okay, watch Daniel Gafford now. This is what scouts are looking at. Can he defend the ball handler coming off a screen? The answer, yes he can. Holds him out there. Then you see Cal State runs that play, top of the key. My man Gafford is able to get back in that play and actually alter that jump shot.
Cook missed the shot. Rebound goes to Bakersfield. Joyner aggressive to the rim and left it short. Gafford pulls down the board. Now Daniel Gafford had a block, but he earns free throws.
And he's just really a difference maker. He makes things look easy. And going back to him defensively, protecting the rim allows guards to pressure on the perimeter. You're not really as concerned. If you get beat, you know he's going to be able to block a shot in the other end or alter a shot.
For the season, Gafford averaging just a hair under 20 minutes per game. He's had foul trouble issues early in the season, but Mike Anderson told us today he's getting a little more patient, a little better on the defensive end, and has been able to stay out of foul trouble. They've got to get him, what, to 27, 8, 9 minutes a game?
Can we get him to 40? We can get him to 40 minutes. 39.5, but yes, yeah, to your point, most of Mike Anderson's guys are going to play. I mean, if you're playing in the 29, 30 minutes a game, just the style of play, that's a lot for anybody, especially a young guy getting used to the speed of the game.
Only one player on the entire roster for Arkansas plays more than 30 minutes a game. That's Jalen Barford.
Yeah, and he's obviously physically can handle it every night.
Barford, Beard, and Macon, as you would expect, all three in that 28 to 30 minute per game area.
And that's about as much as Coach A will have a guy.
Near turnover.
Shouldn't have cut his fingernails earlier today.
There's a three from the corner. Good look that time for Damian Durham. That's his second triple.
He can stick it now. Got to get on 23.
Martin looking for the quick answer. Rebound goes to the Roadrunners. Well, they nearly turned it over there. What he saw from Dustin Thomas, Mike Anderson wired tonight. So that means we've got a mic on Mike. We'll bring that to you throughout the course of the ball game. Wants to play fast. That's nothing new for Mike Anderson.
No, sir. That's how they practice every day. And it is one of the most difficult things to do to keep up with the Hogs up and down the floor. Because you can't just turn it on and off. If you don't play like that every day, you're not going to be able to do it in a game time situation.
Davis draws contact. He's got free throws coming up. Bakersfield able to break the pressure and then apply some pressure on the offensive end that time.
That's it. They like to. They're a team that presses. They use multiple presses, 2-2-1. They'll do everything. They'll throw every kind of defense at you, so they understand on the other side how to break the press. They're a good passing team, really good passing team. Under control.
Justin Davis, a guy that Rod Barnes likes having at the free throw line because he shoots 93% on the season. He's missed only one all year long.
That's got to be close to leading on the name. You missed one?
Yeah, the number may not be big enough to get him in that national qualifiers category, but he is now 16 of 17 for the year.
I'll take it.
Beard gonna try a three. He's got an open look for the lefty.
He gives the Hawks, when things are rolling, Macon, Jones, Barford, and Beard are shooters. All four guys have shown that they can shoot the ball effectively and dependably.
Beard long pass ahead. Gave it away, got it back. He'll try a three. Now Daryl Macon from the corner. Beard with the offensive rebound and putback.
He's tough. He's tough. We've seen him do that many times. 50-50 loose balls on the ground. And, although he's small, tough enough to get you some offensive rebounds.
They're up deep three. Macon rebounds and runs. Beard on the drive. This time he had it swatted away. Trying to throw the lob that time.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I've seen him shoot, go to the right, and he's left-handed. He dribbles to the right and then tries to take it back and shoot it with his left. It's a tough shot to make.
Davis just inside the three-point line.
It's almost his spot free throw line area. Durham not giving Jones any space to shoot that.
Dustin Thomas didn't need much room. Caught it on the block, turned, scored. He's got 8. 4 of 4 from the field. Ricky Holden can't make the wide open 3. Ends up with the ball back, and he's fouled on the way to the rim.
That'll happen. Coach Anderson wants that pace. Dustin Thomas answering the call, scored it on the block, getting good position. He did all his work before he caught the ball. Did you see where he caught it there? Right on the block, to where all he had to do was make a quick move to over the left shoulder. Nice little baby hook with the right. Coach A got what he wanted out of that press. He got a quick 3. Now you can't come down with that defensive rebound or you're going the other way, but that's what he was talking about, speeding him up, make him take quick shots, uncomfortable shots.
Bakersfield's been able to keep it within striking distance, back to an 8-point game. Arkansas has been able to run in spurts, but they think maybe they've been able to control the tempo of the game the way they would like to. A foul inside.
And a lot of that has to do, Cal State Bakersfield right now I think is on 6 turnovers, but a lot of those came early on in the game. I think they had 4 quick ones, so they've been able to control the ball and not turn it over. And when you do that, you're going to give the Hogs a lot of opportunities to eat off of your mistakes.
Dustin Thomas played in 36 games a year ago with 27 starts. Tonight, the SEC Now team will have a full breakdown of all the hoops games at midnight Eastern. Nobody covers the SEC like we do. And also streaming live on the ESPN app. I get a little football conversation mixed in as well.
Think just a little?
There's a chance, right?
Well, what's going on? Any big news coming up? Or?
Well, it's about to get
right
for those SEC football teams. 10-point lead for Arkansas. Call on the drive. He had Thompson coming at him, like a mountain coming at him. Missed the shot. Macon fouled. He's got free throws coming up.
If you're a big guy now defensively, you have got to know how to defend that high ball screen. You've got to be able to flatten that guard out, not let him turn the corner, and also not allow him to shoot over the top of you. Trey did a good job that time.
Daryl Macon shoots 87% from the line.
You did it. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Well, we've also talked about this guy, who's perfect tonight. 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 points for Dustin Thomas.
It's tough to get a perfect out of Richard Cross, and he did it early on in the game, but you're right, he has answered the call, defensively and offensively.
Hey, do I get credit if he makes the next one?
Yes, total credit. There you go.
Listen, I'm not taking the blame if I don't get the credit, too. 11-point lead for Arkansas. Otaz Ali checks back in for the Roadrunners as Bedoya goes to the bench.
Part of what Coach A wants to do is wear out that guy there, Rapp. He is the facilitator. Won't lead you in the scoring column, but just wants to get everybody involved, so you slow him down and slow down the offense a little bit.
Ali, good move at the post.
Excellent move. Caught it exactly where he wanted it. The pass was on time and on target.
Turnover by Arkansas. Thompson and Thomas not on the same page.
Just perfect swing pass that came off of a screen and caught it. Just see how close he caught it. Didn't have to do much, just go right up with it.
Ali leads the WAC in field goal percentage, 76.6.
Did you see where the man caught it? He caught it underneath right underneath the hoop, but that's what makes him lead the conference in field goal percentage. He understands how to get high percentage shots.
I'm not a math guy, but I think that's 3 out of every 4 that he puts up go in. That time it goes in for Jarkel Joyner. He's the leading scorer on this team. He's got 4 tonight. Block inside, but a foul. Ali thought it was clean. May have gotten him with the ball. Still a 7-point game, 3-4.
Just everything. Like you said, hadn't missed, but hitting the glass and he's gonna steal.
Yeah. Dustin Thomas, senior from Texarkana, Texas, transferred to Arkansas from the University of Colorado. His career high comes from when he was in Boulder. He had 17. This season, though, most that Dustin Thomas scored prior to tonight, 9 points. He got 10 in the first half tonight. Darius Hall at the free throw line. Mills University studies high school in Little Rock. He was a 3-time All-State player and was the MVP of the 2017, that's last year's 5A state tournament here in the state of Arkansas.
Day-Day's a fun kid, fun player to watch.
Day-Day? That's his nickname?
That's what I heard.
Or did you assign that nickname?
No, that's what I heard. And let me tell you something now. He has a Sports Center top 10 dunk, a couple of them already this year. Destroyed some poor guy earlier in the season.
3 from the wing. Good look that time by Justin Davis.
No hesitation.
Back to a 5-point game. Thomas, tough shot. It's his first miss of the game. Trey Thompson had it blocked, and that's a good defensive possession for Bakersfield. Ahead, Holden lays it up and in, got a 3-point game.
Bakersfield will compete. They're going to compete on the glass. They've taken care of the ball a lot better here late in this first half. So how Rapp just keeps his head up and gets the runner.
3 won't go for Darius Hall. Arkansas has gone over 3 minutes now without a made field goal.
Credit Bakersfield, their defense. You know they're going to be tough on the Coach Barnes. And he comes halfway out the floor like he's going to be a 6th defender if need be.
Nervous energy from the Arkansas fans. Shot clock at 5. Rapp drives into the lane, kicks to the corner. Jarkel Joyner as the shot clock expires. We're tied at 38.
And that's what Rapp does. That wraparound pass gets in the teeth of the defense, finds a shooter.
A 12-1 run for Bakersfield to tie this game at 38. Hall trying to give the Hogs the lead. Offensive rebound and a putback by Trey Thompson.
Great position for Trey, staying active on the offensive glass, getting him a garbage bucket, much needed to stop that run. Bakersfield really has not allowed the press to affect them too much. They've been able to play fast but under control.
Holden drives in. Follow for Ali, wouldn't go. Arkansas, quick out. Blocking foul underneath on Rapp. Free throws coming for Darrell Bacon.
That's what the Hogs have to do. Attack, attack, attack. Continue to attack. Make this a 94-foot game. And they're going to play you tough on that defensive end. 5 guys you see fighting, scratching, clawing, going to get a piece of it any way they can. And Rapp with his head up, sees a guy on the wing, and a good finish. But that's what's going to keep them in this game, taking care of the ball, competing on that defensive glass, slowly chipping their way back into this game.
Maybe Durham back into the game. Razorbacks go to the bench. Gafford's back in. Beard and Barford check back in as well. Mike Anderson has already played 10 different guys in this game tonight. Minute to play in the first half. Davis for three. Straight on. Air ball.
Decent look. Had a guy running at him. See a lot of action right there, Cal State Bakersfield. You had back-to-back high ball screens. Good communication by the Hogs.
Cal State Bakersfield came into this game 7-7. Arkansas 9-2 on the year. Anton Beard now making. Waits for the screen. Beard off the mark. That's touched last by Bakersfield, and Arkansas chance for the last shot of the half if they want it.
A lot of what Arkansas does offensively is predicated off hard cuts and continuous movement. And when they slow down, when guys start to rest and not move, cut, set screens for each other, that's when Cal State Bakersfield is able to stop this team on the defensive end.
Beard sets it up out front. Now Barford.
That's the guy you want with.
Step back from Barford for the elbow. 1.5 seconds left in the half. Bakersfield will try to get a shot off before the break. That's not exactly the shot you're looking for, but a pretty
result. 4-point game, they're hanging around.
Arkansas not good in the first half from the perimeter. They were 3 of 13 from behind the arc, just 23%, but they had 24 points in the paint. That's why they've got a 4-point lead as we begin the final 20 minutes here at Bud Walton Arena. Briggs, who's playing with 3 fouls, left it short. Gafford pulls down the rebound. 6th board of the night for Daniel Gafford. Daryl Bacon, quick three!
Well, that's how you want to start the second half. Gafford altering a shot, getting a defensive rebound, getting out to his guards, and Macon has got that look in his eye. He's going to come up with some fire.
Foul charge to Anton Beard, his first personal foul.
Anton Beard picks up a foul. First half numbers look like this. Both teams shoot it better than 40%. Bakersfield in this game because they go 6 of 17 from behind the arc. Razorbacks plus 10 on the boards.
There was 3 made threes by Cal State Bakersfield. Just miscommunication by the Hogs. Wide open shots.
Arkell Joyner cut off, kicks it back out, and a turnover by Bakersfield. Now, not the start to the second half that Rod Barnes was looking for. Gafford puts it on the deck.
But you can tell there's a little bit more sense of urgency by the Hogs defensively.
An illegal screen called.
I thought he could have picked that up. Is that not a box out? That one I'm gonna have to go to the Mr. Rulebook for that.
I don't understand an illegal screen. He was trying to box the guy off the ball. He never really made contact, did he? It's like playing keep away.
That's right, exactly.
Arkell Joyner, Holden off the mark with the 3 that time. Thomas didn't grab the ball because he thought it was going to be a double dribble if he grabbed it. At least I assume that was his thinking. Daryl Macon, long 3 times 2 in this second half.
Sometimes you got to do it yourself. Daryl Macon comes back. You said they weren't shooting the 3 very well. Now they got the right guy shooting the 3.
And they've got a trap off the inbound.
What Coach Anderson preaches and teaches with that press is you may be able to break it for 20 minutes the first half. You may be able to handle it for 30 minutes, but at some point, there's going to be here
in this second half. And Arkansas, if you go back to when this game was tied at 38, they're on a 10-0 run.
But you can just tell a little bit more. I don't know if maybe Cal State Bakersfield got their attention. More likely it was Coach Anderson that got their attention at halftime. And you can just see a little bit more pep in the step defensively, getting out the shooters. That's a 50-50 ball Coach A was talking about.
Mikel Joyner's the one that fired that long three a second ago. He's got 4 20-point games on the season. He was 4th in the country a year ago as a high school senior in points per game. Averaged 36.5 points per game.
And what makes Cal State Bakersfield so tough is they take care of the ball. They make good decisions. So wrap right there, very patient, able to pass over the defense. And then on the other end, they're going to make things difficult for you. They're going to fight you. They're not going to give you position. You see right here how tough they make everything.
Anton Beard showed you his hops to save that one. Knocked away by Joyner.
It's a great job. Gafford, we talked about how good of a job he did early on in the first half, but Rapp, you got to understand what he wants to do. You can't allow him to just stand there and pick apart your defense. You got to attack him, be aggressive with him, wear him down.
The high percentage finish, by the way, for Paolo Ndoye. Beard going to try a three. He's got it.
They're going to give that to him all night. On balance, the pass was on time, on target, like a Tom Brady pass. All you got to do is catch and shoot.
Arkansas forces the turnover. Razorbacks by 11. They were 3 of 13 from behind the arc in the first half. They are 3 of 4 in this second half. Make it 4 of 5.
He's another one we talked about. Can and will shoot the three effectively. There you go. See how Gafford got out a lot tighter now on that ball handle.
Tough pass for Ndoye to handle down low. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Razorbacks. Arkansas has outscored Bakersfield 12-2 to start this second half.
And there's a time where teams love to play with the Rays. They love to get up and down. And that's how everyone likes to play. First half, things are going good. We got our legs. We're breaking their press. We're pulling up for jumpers. We're laying it in. We're dunking it. And then there comes a time when fatigue sets in. And your shots aren't falling as much. But the Hogs are still going up and down the floor. That's when the game becomes difficult for the opponent.
Barford off the mark with a three. And a foul underneath on Gafford on the rebound.
I thought that was a good call. Coach Anderson talked about how get that press on. We got to keep that pressure on him.
Ball back tap and stolen ahead. Daryl Macon taking it up, flushing it down. Holden tries to go the other way. He has it blocked. Another steal by Arkansas. There's a steal by Briggs. He'll go all the way in. Kisses it off the window. Thomas, baseline jumper. And then a reaching foul on Daryl Macon, 9-2.
Picked by the media. What do they know?
Good point.
They get a lot of things wrong these days. I'm just kidding. Got a lot of friends in the biz. Got a lot of friends in the biz. But Tennessee just plays so hard. And they've got Grant Williams, who has emerged into one of the best players in the SEC. And Kyle Alexander has played out of his head this year. Just being able to dominate in the paint, get some extra offensive, get some extra buckets on the offensive end. So you get a big guy playing like that you didn't expect. You're going to win some games you didn't realize you could.
Arkansas in that receiving votes category, they would be 26th in the AP poll right now. You got Auburn at 11-1. And I'm not sure that you're going to sleep on those Florida Gators team. They've fallen out of the top 25. I think they're a different team when they get Johnny Bunu back.
Much different team, because part of the issue is allowing teams to get in the paint. Defensively, he's going to clean that up. And then on the offensive end, he's going to be able to get you a lot more easy shots at the rim, second chance opportunities.
Arkansas on an 18-4 run over the last 7+ minutes. Gafford missed the shot. Brent Rapp. Here's Briggs down the right side of the lane, left and short. Marvin wants to run.
Oh, just a great defensive play by Rapp.
Just picked his pocket, now lays it off, and there for the follow, Sean Briggs.
Under control play, a smart defensive play on one end, and smart offensive play, getting a wide open shot for Briggs.
Brent Rapp, talk about feeding his teammates. He's the all-time leader at Bakersfield in assists. Second player in school history with 500 points and 400 assists. There's a foul inside on Damian Durham.
He gambled which way, and he picked the right way. He felt Barford was going to try to cross back over, and then, of course, he is the chief facilitator. What we say about great passers are always a scoring threat. Whether or not they put up a lot in the scoring column, you've got to give the illusion that you can't score.
I don't know if you've looked or not, so don't cheat. How many assists do you think he's got tonight?
Rapp, 6.
8.
8 assists. And
no
he
points.
makes it look easy. No points. Well, he can generate points for his team by his ability to pass so well.
C.J. Jones misses the first free throw. That's his first miss from the line this season. It was 11 of 11 coming into this ball game.
And he's a guy that can heat up pretty quick, though, from the three-point line. He's shown that he can knock 2, 3, 4 in a row in a really quick spurt.
Knocked away by Jones. Holden runs it down.
The value of having a point guard that is so under control, when things start to get too fast, too out of control, just put it in Rapp's hand, and he's going to get you a good shot.
Davis has made that shot a couple of times tonight. That time spun out. Thompson feeds it inside. There's a foul underneath. That's a good find of Anton Beard down low.
That's what Trey Thompson does. He's a great passer for a big guy, and he plays outside the line a lot, top of the key area. You saw him at the wing, and they'll just cut off of him, and he's very good at anticipating a guy cutting back door, which is a lot of what these guys will do with Mike Anderson's offense.
Interesting nugget on Trey Thompson. When you think about his size and the position he plays, if he were a point guard, you might not even have a second thought. He has more assists than he has baskets made in his career. And he's a senior.
It's amazing to think about that. You watch him for a while and you realize how comfortable he is playing outside and actually being that point forward position.
Arkansas by 15. Cal State Bakersfield kind of in that danger zone right now. Not careful. This one going to spin out of control.
There's no question. That's why Coach Anderson's keeping that press on them, just chipping away at their legs.
Davis, though, with a bucket inside, a chance for a three-point play. That's one thing that Bakersfield did in the first half. There were 2 or 3 times where it looked like Arkansas was going to be able to pull away. They would come up with a basket.
There's no question. And that comes from patience on offense. Davis has made a couple of those big shots to stop an Arkansas run.
Missed the free throw. Anton Beard dumps it off. Trey Thompson missed the dunk, but he's fouled.
He's almost going to stay. There, to your stat of him having more assists than made shots, but that's a great attack by Anton. Draws 3 guys. Trey, you got to finish that. Thompson. And he knows that could have been one of them old-fashioned threes.
91st career game for Arkansas. Out of Trey Thompson. He's from Madison, Arkansas, which is a suburb of Forest City. Played at Forest City High School.
Forest City's got suburbs, huh?
Yeah, well.
Great place down there.
Ali pulls down the rebound.
And now you see the bigger defender, Darius Hallgarden, wrap, just to try to affect his vision.
Pass ahead, save, but then turned over. Daryl Macon lobbying for a tip.
Sent it over to Gucci Rowe. Not only do you get a great seat there courtside, but you get a basketball, you get a chance to throw it back into play. It's a good deal for the amount of money. That's what I heard. I know you can afford that.
Easy. Tipped away. Another steal by Arkansas. Darius Hall on the attack. Blocking foul. Hall's got free throws coming up. His Razorbacks lead it by 14 over Bakersfield. 11:52 to play. Or whoever the opponent is, take a long shot, you get that long rebound. There are a lot of teams that are content to catch that walking up the floor. Those missed threes, that's when they're looking to run.
That's when they're at their best, because part of their defense is to try to get their opponent to take a quick shot, an uncomfortable shot, a shot that they're not accustomed to taking, and then using that to get on up the floor.
Darius Hall, the freshman from Little Rock, at the line. Hall's got 7 points tonight.
A little small adjustment defensively, putting the longer, bigger Hall on wrap. Try to affect him on that half-court pick-and-roll situation.
Ali, move to his right shoulder in the paint.
It's a lot of the reason why his field goal percentage is off the charts. He catches it about as close to the basket as he can.
Trey Thompson gets inside, then has it blocked by Ali down low.
It's a great move. Great move. Better defense. Anticipation, timing, long arms. Let's see where he catches it. Right at the SEC logo, although that's a pretty tough shot. A little off balance, left-handed hook.
Daryl Macon hit a couple of early threes in the second half. He's got 13 points. Here to Macon, both of 13 for Arkansas. Adriel Bailey on the drive.
Perfect spot for him against that zone. Catch it right at that elbow area. He's athletic enough. One dribble finish in the lane. He's developing his jump shot more.
Three won't go. Trey Thompson rebound. And what an atmosphere they're going to have here at Bud Walton on Saturday. Opening game in SEC play. Tennessee comes to town as a top 25 team. Bud Walton Arena is sold out. No tickets to be had.
Come on, we can sneak in. Stay in the room.
I think you're going to be working, right?
Yeah.
Step back three for Damian Durham.
Now that guy's a shooter. You've got to know your personnel. Anytime he has the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. Even when he doesn't, it's a quick release, and they're always looking for him to get just an inch.
Tipped away, touched last by Arkansas. Pat, you played here. You know what it's like in this building. This is what coming up over the next few days in the SEC. Starts with Tennessee and Arkansas, A&M and Alabama on Saturday night. Sunday, you got Georgia at Kentucky. You look ahead to that matchup on January 6th with Kentucky and Tennessee in Knoxville. Tennessee had that hard sellout at Thompson-Boling against North Carolina. But this building, when it's full, they're calling the Hogs and tight game and all that craziness is going on. It's as good an atmosphere as there is in college basketball.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, there's many teams that come into this arena already taking the loss because they know just how difficult of a place to play it is when it's rocking.
Darius Hall picks up his third foul. It's good shooters, Jim?
Oh, it's a great shooter's gym. If you practice enough, it can be a great shooter's gym. And what I loved about the style that the Hogs play is they get up and down the floor so much and so fast. As a shooter, you have a lot of open spots on the floor. So you can beat the defense down the floor, get to the corner, and your teammates will find you. Or you can be a trail man as they're running the break. So if you know how and when to get shots, there's tons of them out there in an up-tempo style.
Did you have a permanent green light?
I like to think I did. The guy over there that we saw whose birthday it was in the yellow sweater, sometimes he didn't agree with me so much.
He never put the stop sign on you, though, right? Maybe the yellow caution, just slow it down a little.
He just growled at me, and I knew what that meant. Don't cross the bear, that was his nickname. Still is.
Foul out front, this time on Daryl Bacon. That's the 7th foul on Arkansas with free throws the rest of the way.
See, he looks like he's smiling right there, right? He looks like, doesn't look like he growled too much at you. But let me tell you, he's softened up a little bit. He's softened up. He's going to enjoy yelling at me, I think.
So,
Kareem Reed got a lot of it, too.
I should know this, but Massachusetts kid ends up in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Just fell in love with it?
No question. I came down. Coach Richardson took me to his.
What was the connection?
Just AAU recruit. Just AAU at the time. He was there watching somebody else, of course, and he had a bunch of scholarships to give away that year. Brought me here, gave me some ribs. Fell in love with the ribs. Couldn't go back.
Press from Bakersfield, and then Beard lost his footing. They've gotten a little of an assist there on the way down by Justin Davis, and Davis picks up a foul.
Yeah, got lucky there. Sort of getting at that time again. We talked about which way is this going to go, because you want to keep the pressure on Cal State Bakersfield. Wear into their legs, fatigue is setting in, but you don't want to put yourself in a position to help them get on a run with their defense. Because they will not go away. You know Coach Barnes. He will not go away.
Tough step back for Jalen Barford.
Takes a lot of strength, and he's been using that move a lot more this year, trying to get into that paint and then a little fall away off the left foot.
Or he won't go, but an offensive rebound for Davis, and then he's called for an offensive foul.
Foul charge to Justin Davis, his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 6 for Cal State Bakersfield. And for the Roadrunners, number 0, Jarkel Joyner.
13-point lead for Arkansas.
Orlando Cook replacing Adrian Bailey.
Razorbacks for the season averaging 89.5 points per game. They're sitting on 66 right now, so a little off the pace. Arkansas, one of 3 teams in the country to rank at the top 10 in points per game and assist to turnover ratio.
That's the biggest thing, is the assist, the ability to share the ball. Or create when there seems to be nothing there, which is what Barford just did. The strength he has to get in the air and balance to finish.
Joyner doubled on the sideline, and a timeout taken by Bakersfield. Arkansas has pushed the lead back out to C as a league, has been trying to make strides toward better RPI, better strength of schedule, so that it helps everybody once you get to league play.
Yep.
Certainly going to do that this year.
No question, the SEC a few years back decided, and the commissioner wanted everybody in the league as a whole, said let's just do everything we can to work on that RPI so you don't have to worry about it come into February, early March.
And you look at the schedules for teams in the SEC. I mean, this Arkansas team, for example, they played in that PK80 tournament out in Portland. Beard gets fouled on the way. But I mean, that was games against Oklahoma, North Carolina, and UConn. They go 2-1 in Portland. Good wins, good competition.
Played great out there and got a shot at UNC again after getting knocked out of the tournament last year and wasn't quite able to get over the top on them this year.
North Carolina, one of 2 losses this year for the Razorbacks. They also lost at Houston, and that's one you kind of look at and scratch your head. Houston, pretty good team, but a 26-point loss on the road.
Ran into a buzzsaw that day.
At Hofheinz Pavilion.
They shut the lights out of it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good right there.
Arkansas leading it by 17, under 8 minutes to play.
That's a defensive possession that you want from a Razorback standpoint. A lot of dribbling. I know Coach Barnes probably is kind of curious to see well, he wants to know. Both Mike Anderson wants to know what's going defensively and Coach Barnes offensively.
Beard guarding Holden there. Just kind of had him locked down one-on-one, but he was called for a reach-in.
Holden's done a nice job, too, of running that high ball screen, going to his left.
Beard in the attack. Rebound to Ndoye that time. Davis drives in off the window.
Great strong finish going at the shot blocker. Little double pump action. Still affected the shot, but just hung in there enough. Soft touch around the rim.
Spun out that time. Now Holden. 3-on-2 break for Bakersfield. Holden left it short. Macon pulls down the rebound and he's fouled.
Cal State Bakersfield continues to put that pressure on, too. There is no slowing down in them.
Arkansas in the bonus.
Justin Davis picks up his 3rd foul. He had the who me look after the whistle that time. Now you go to the other end where Daryl Macon will shoot free throws. 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
To have 3 senior guards, Macon, Beard, and Barford, at the end of game situations, close games, take care of the ball. They're all good free throw shooters, all good defenders. That is a valuable thing to have on a team to close out games.
Those 3 that you just mentioned have combined tonight for 41 points, 10 assists, and 2 turnovers.
That's what you want from your trio, senior trio, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you name it. 3 amigos.
3 from the corner. And the rebound pulled down by Gafford. That's his 9th rebound of the game. Barford trailing.
Textbook, you had the trio out in front. Great rebound by Gafford to get the outlet pass where it needs to be. Playing downhill, Barford's going to finish that every time.
Arkansas leads it by 19. Briggs missed the shot. That's another rebound for Gafford. His 10th of the game. Quiet scoring night, though, for Daniel Gafford. He's only got 5 points. How about a triple for Barford? I'm going to put that on a highlight reel. Back-to-back. Gafford rebounds to Macon, who finds his backcourt mate.
Barford, layup, and then a 3.
16 for Jalen Barford, the senior from Jackson, Tennessee. Played his high school ball at Southside, then Motlow State Community College. There's a block down low by Gafford.
See his eyes up there, just waiting. He had a couple of options, Beard or Barford. The streaking Barford. Surprised. Normally he's dunking that, doing chin-ups on the rim, like he'd still be pulling himself up on the rim. Strong, great explosiveness.
3 off the mark for Damian Durham.
That's playing right into the Razorbacks' hands with a shot like that.
Little heat check for Barford. Hello. That's 3 from behind the arc. 19 points for Jalen Barford, and Arkansas has its biggest lead. They're up 25. Joyner drives in. Foul Gafford.
Joyner is relentless. How about him? Joyner, the young fella, taking on the other young fella, but there's Barford there. Just really good defense, too. Get the arm stretched out, hand in the face. When it's rolling, when you're feeling it, just doesn't matter.
Obviously, Rod Barnes, former coach at Ole Miss, and so he's got ties to the state of Mississippi. Came back and recruited Jarkel Joyner from Oxford High School. Leaves
Is that
Oxford.
right?
Yeah. Led his team to the semifinals state tournament a year ago.
That's a huge get for Coach Barnes.
Technical foul charged to Jalen Barford.
Jalen Barford just picked up a technical foul, and now we have a, I don't think they're exchanging Christmas gifts at the Hog on center court. Another technical was just assessed. This time I think it was Anton. Now Jarkel Joyner is going to have to pay property taxes at the free throw line.
Yeah, well, this is definitely not the way you want to finish the game. It just affects everything. There's a time as a competitor where you got to know when you're helping your team and hurting your team. And sometimes you just don't need to respond.
So now Joyner shooting the technical free throws.
They came over and said they'll shoot the 4 techs, and Joyner had 1 free throw left over,
right,
and then they'll go live off that.
Jarkel Joyner, by the way, for the season, 94.7% from the free throw line coming into this game. He goes 4 for 4 on the technical free throws, and now he's got 1 more coming, trying to rip off 6 points in a row from the charity strike.
Well, you just gave him 4 points, and I think my guy Barford and Beard might be doing a little running in the morning. No sleeping late for those guys. Maybe getting back in the gym tonight, running some bleachers as soon as they can clear the popcorn and the empty cups out of the bleachers.
No prying eyes to see it, right?
Oh no, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna videotape it. But you've got to understand the situation. You just got to say one thing, scoreboard, and you know, don't get caught up in allowing them back in the game.
There, a whistle and a foul on Sean Briggs. 4 fouls now on Briggs. About a 6-0 run at the free throw line with no time off the clock.
If you're drawing it up, if you coach Rod Barnes, that's how you do it. Let's stop the clock and get 6 points on the free throw line. You got to play for that? He does.
Daryl Macon now to the line for Arkansas. Well, what a difference a half makes for Arkansas shooting from distance. 3 of 13 in the first half. Here in the second half, 6 of 10.
What I appreciate is how Daryl Macon saw the situation. The first half, we saw him get his other guys involved. I believe maybe 4 assists in the first half. Came out of the second half understanding need to score a little bit more, and he's able to do that.
Davis. Hall going to try for a 3.
There's a nice little battle going on in the paint. And that's part of what some of these veteran big guys will do to Gafford, challenge his strength and toughness in the paint. He's been able to respond throughout the season.
Motaz Ali headed to the free throw line. Gafford called for the foul.
And you gotta love Ali, how he stays around. He tries to keep that 1 foot in the paint, stay close to the rim.
Watching those guys down the post is like watching the line of scrimmage in football. It's really hard to make yourself do it, but if you'll focus on that part of the game, and you see some battles.
Yeah, and you see how the good ones really get that position because they start early, positioning their body and using their hips, leverage.
You You see the hands there for Gafford. That was a low, tough to handle pass.
Pretty flexible for a big guy. Pliability, I believe they're calling it these days. Pliability. It's out of the TB12 camp. Ability to get low, even on a bad pass.
Flexibility was just old and boring, so you had to come up with a new way to describe it.
Something's got to be shinier, newer, more exciting. You got it. And he's a guy that, Gafford, for a big guy, he's on the floor a lot. He's taking charges. He's diving on loose balls. He's, like I said, he's trying to block everybody's shot. So he's going to get banged up a little bit. There's going to be a lot of ice on his body.
He smiled. 1-point lead for Arkansas, 82-61 over Cal State Bakersfield. Time for us to take a look at tonight's Good Hands play, brought to you by Allstate.
Gonna appreciate when timing and anticipation meet length. Daniel Gafford, great job poking the ball free. What do the Hogs do better than anybody? Get the ball out. There he is again, left-handed. Just poked it out. Barford to his man Macon. There's my chin up. There's my chin up on the rim I've been waiting for.
Daryl Macon's got 16 tonight.
How about those dance moves by Darius Hall? Day-Day breaking it down.
And that's what Mike Anderson was talking about earlier, right? Don't celebrate after you score. Get back and play defense.
That's excellent. That is an excellent point.
.1 lead for Arkansas. Razorbacks trying to pick up their 10th win in non-conference play. Only one non-conference game remaining for Arkansas after this year, but it's a break at the end of January when you have the SEC Big 12 Challenge. They will go to Stillwater this year to take on Oklahoma State.
Highly anticipated challenge this year.
They got Oklahoma State coming here.
The basketball palace of Mid-America.
Free throws for Ali. Justin McCall back in for Bakersfield as Davis goes to the bench.
There's that 2-2-1 press.
For three straight on. Orlando Cook with the follow.
Cook gives you that athleticism and nose for the rim, offensive rebound. Got a couple of athletic guys out there with Hall and Cook.
Gets back to Jarkel Joyner. Ali inside, has it blocked. But a foul on Gafford. It wasn't Cook who got the block that got called for the foul, but Gafford before the shot. Third foul on Gafford.
Very active, Ali, very active big guy. Great battle. Two long big guys, relentless big guys, not the best free throw shooting big guy.
Yeah, she was 42% from the line. Tough night tonight. 1 of 5 from the stripe for Motez Ali. The thing about balance on a team, you certainly want to see that. And Arkansas has done something so far this year that nobody else in the SEC's done. That's 5 different players averaging double figures for the season. Barford at 18.5, Daryl Bacon a little better than 15, Gafford at 12, Anton Beard just shy of 12, and then C.J. Jones at 11.
Well, Mike Anderson will tell you, to play my style, to play my system, if you're not working hard enough to where you're not absolutely exhausted by the end of games, then you're not doing it the way I want you to. So he needs to have that depth, and he continues to grow his bench and his depth and his rotations. And that just helps when you get into deep SEC play, the end of February, beginning of March.
Holding off the mark with the 3. That last turnover by Arkansas was their 9th of the game. simply point that out because Arkansas has gone 4 consecutive games with fewer than 10 turnovers. It's the first time they've done that in 20 years.
There's a lot to be said for those little things that you're not so sure because you're giving away possession. They've taken care of the ball better than they have in you said years. And that's why they're averaging almost 90 points a game.
Foul inside. Blue Indoy picks up the foul. It's his 3rd. And for a game that's been played pretty cleanly, the last 5 minutes of this game have been chippy.
They sure have, and you know both teams though coach their teams physical, aggressive, attack at all times.
Quadruple header on New Year's Eve. Women's basketball in the SEC. Vols at Cats, Aggies at Gamecocks, Commodores at Tigers, and Mississippi State at Georgia to finish it off. It's all on New Year's Eve for you on the SEC Network. 2:14 to play. Got a break in the action. A timeout on the floor. 23-point lead for Arkansas. You know, we've talked about strength of schedule in the SEC. The fact you got 3 ranked teams, 3 in the receiving votes category. There may not be a metric that's more important when you get to the NCAA tournament selection time than RPI. And right now, look at that, in the top 60 of the RPI, 10 teams from the SEC, 7 in the top 30.
It is so important to play those games early on. We talk about RPI because it seems like when teams are getting selected for the NCAA tournament, you say, well, their RPI was just didn't match up to the team that got in. So you want to improve on your RPI, and you see that. But also, you want to challenge yourself in the non-conference leading up to conference with the best teams because you figure things out about yourself. What rotations to use? What is our strongest situation? And right now for the Hogs, yeah, being up like they are, but understanding how to finish this game with 2 minutes left, you can use that moving forward.
When you talk about the things that factor into that formula for RPI, you got to play other good teams if you want to have a good RPI. You got to go on the road some, and the SEC's done that. The league as a whole has won 75% of its non-conference games, and so you've got good records against good opponents with some road contests and neutral site contests mixed in. It's a formula for success.
Oh, there's no question. And for fans,
it's so much better, isn't it?
It is. Well, they see, you know, they'll see teams come in that are not your Power 5 teams, but these are teams that are going to compete and win their conference. Cal State Bakersfield goes to the Final Four of the NIT last year, so you're getting a chance to watch teams that are probably going to make the NCAA tournament as well.
Bakersfield picked 3rd by the coaches in the WAC in the preseason poll this year. Foul on Brent Rapp.
At the line for Arkansas with 2 shots is Darius Hall.
Free throws here coming for Darius Hall.
You see why all his guys enjoy playing with Rapp. His head is always up, just trying to draw. You got to appreciate it, a point guard that is always looking to create a mismatch. Draw 2 guys, get in the lane to take his guy and your guy, drop it off for an open shot for you.
Rapp called for the foul. He pulls down the rebound. He leads the WAC in both assists and assist to turnover ratio. Feed inside, and Indoy couldn't handle the pass. Locked up down low with Adrio Bailey. Big cheer from the crowd here in Fayetteville as Jonathan Holmes comes into the game. He's a walk-on, but he is a walk-on that has scored in 6 straight games in which he has played.
What? That's going to be a walk-on record. I know a lot of walk-ons played. Some of my favorite people have been walk-ons. I don't know about scoring in 6 straight games, though.
There's a 3 from the corner for C.J. Jones.
You know what Holmes is thinking?
It's my shot.
7 straight games. Yeah, right. He just took my shot. Although C.J. Jones needed that one just to keep his momentum going. First 3, made 3 of the game for him.
back in. Greg Lee gets credit for the basket.
Oh!
Drive inside and one. Darius Hall.
Day-Day did it again. Making a living late game situations, just getting up higher than anybody else. He jumps as high as he has to. And he let him know about it. Just a little friendly chatter.
Arkansas reaches 90 points for the 8th time this season. Sitting on 91 with less than a minute to play. JT Plummer's coming to the game as well.
Former manager.
Last 3 seasons as a manager. Early this year, Arkansas needed some extra bodies. Put all the paperwork in and got it clear to play.
He stayed true to his manager friends, though, his manager roots. He's been known to still grab a water bottle or 2, some bags, and bring them to the gym.
Plummer playing in his 6th game this year. Holmes going to try a 3. Hall gets the loose ball, lays it in, spins it home. Call has it stripped by Holmes, gets it back. Ndoye, good looking shot there from just inside the 3-point line.
Beautiful stroke.
Holmes gives it up. Back to Holmes on the baseline. There's your exclamation point from Adriel Bailey.
Did you give him an assist on that?
Arkansas winner tonight.